So let's go on to the professional level. How many years in the WNBA?
15 and then 17 professionally, yeah.
So, yeah. You played 2 years before that,
Right.
and then you played 15 in the WNBA. You saw it. So you came in the WNBA, what, second or third season, right?
Right.
So you've really seen it from the infancy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's grown.
Yeah.
It's changed. It's changed, but it hasn't changed that much.
Yeah.
You know, you have obviously some of the rules are different, but you still had talented players. Now you just have probably taller, even the majority even more athletic and taller and bigger specimens. You know, doing the things that back in the day maybe a five. I was big.
Yeah.
Back in my time, and now I'm pretty short in the league. So it's kind of like you just have bigger, taller, faster, but everybody, skills may be the same. It's just a little bit bigger.
So let's do this. Let's have a little fun here.
Right.
Because you've played with a lot of players.
Mm-hmm.
How many teams?
Oh, jeez. Has it been 5?
A lot of coaches.
Many, Detroit, D.C., Seattle, New York. Yeah.
All right, 5 teams.
Yeah.
All right. So you've played it with a lot of pretty good players.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's play a little word association. I'm going to give you a player's name. You tell me what comes to your mind.
All right.
Okay. Ready? Maya Moore.
Everything, like it's in nonstop, like a motor. She's just got a motor, but she can do everything.
How big's her upside?
Oh, she can. I think it's. Does she have like this large amount that she
Yeah.
can go? No, but is she a beast? Yeah, for her size, the way she can stroke it, the way she pulls it without. On a dime.
Yeah.
Raising. Her nonstop energy. Defensively, she's a little bit of a gambler. That's where you can kind of burn her.
Yeah.
But she's a heck of a rebounder. Yeah, she's going to be solid for a lot of years. It's not going anywhere for quite a few years.
Cynthia Cooper.
Savvy, like had the Euro step back in the day before anybody was really
Right.
using it. You could really never stop her. You thought you had her stopped.
Right.
She would boop boop, smooth shot. But she was one of those that it wasn't speed. Like she wasn't like just lightning speed. It was that I'm gonna pick you apart. It was that methodical,
Right.
like I'm gonna rock you. It was just that. It was like that savvy vet type. Like I can whatever way you go, I'm gonna go the other.
Lisa Leslie.
Skilled post player. Competitive. Just did a little bit of everything. But part of hers is she had that little dog in her. She liked to compete and win. But yeah, she had a little, the skill left, right, worked on her game.
Dana Taurasi.
She's one of the best of all times, but my favorite.
Really?
It's one of my, when everybody says your favorite to play against, says DT.
She's my favorite to watch, by the way.
Yeah. In many ways.
Yeah.
Like not only the skill level, but I love the way she loves the game. Like, and the way she is with her teammates. But DT is, she'll do anything. But shooter, let it fly.
She's from California, so I know a little bit about
Yeah.
her past. And she grew up with the boys,
Uh-huh.
like you. How important is that?
I think it's great. I just think that you learn a physicalness. You learn that it's okay. You learn maybe learn to talk a little bit. It depends on where you grow up. But I think the fellas, it's just it's normal. I don't know. I don't know if it's the competitiveness, it's the physicalness, it's the I don't know what it is, but I think it's important that you play against fellas, and I also think that for guys to play against girls is just the understanding that women can play.
Yeah.
But I just think for us, it allows you guys ultimately, yes. Are they a little quicker as they get older? Majority, yeah. Are they a little bit bigger? Yeah. So it makes you think, work, keep up, get a little smarter. So there's all kinds of things you can learn from playing with each other.
We did a Dana Taurasi video breakdown,
Uh-huh.
and we put it out there, and we get a lot of guys a lot of guys watched it, and they were amazed. They're like, "Oh, she's like Steph Curry."
Exactly. The way the quickness that they come off a pick and boop, barely even, you think you're not even looking at the shot.
Yeah.
And that thing hits nothing but nothing. But it love it because she understands how to play the game, how to get the foul. As I said, I guarded her a ton over the years. It was a blast. Sometimes you're like in her face, hand in her face, and it still goes in. But majority of the time, though, you understand tendencies and you were able to stick with her. But yeah, one of my favorites of understanding the game. She's a good passer.
Yeah.
But she's one of those teammates where she doesn't need to be taking all the shots.
No.
So that's another thing where you appreciate as a player and also a scorer and even a shooter is understanding, because you are that, how much you can impact your teammates.
Give you one more. A newcomer, Elena Deladon.
Smooth, like a big smooth. Like she's 6'4", can stroke it. not cat-like quick, but like those long steps.
Like a Nowitzki is the way I can kind of compare it
Exactly. It's just that it's a real methodical. But she's 6'4", so not many people are blocking shots, and she's got that length. But yeah, I mean, no, but it's really hard to stop somebody with that height, but also with the skill set that she has.
Tell me a little bit about the WNBA. You all-time leading three-point shooter, the most makes. I think Danny, we looked it up, is about 100 behind you.
Yeah, she's on. They're on their way. They're
yeah, Becky Hammond's too, but she's retired, so she's not going to catch
right,
it.
But yeah. Maya's got a lot of years. She'll be all right. We got a lot, but it's still it's good.
You came up as you were a post in high school,
right.
Obviously, but you're not a post anymore.
Nah.
No.
You get a little older, you start shooting a lot more jumpers. Probably to the dismay of even myself, because sometimes when you become a shooter and you're able, like the three balls, I'm not saying easy, sometimes you settle. Yeah. And you do. You're like, I can get this off, and the majority of the time it's going to go in. So in a sense, it's a vice a little bit, because you do get a little bit like, I can pull this, or I can get it off. So you sometimes settle for those. But I enjoyed expanding my game a little bit. Definitely got away from the post-up side, sometimes against smaller guards, but felt really comfortable. Anything, whether it's coming off the break on the dribble, whether it's coming off a down pick, whether it's kick outs, just kind of having fun with it, because as you go, if you're a scorer, if you're a shooter, and the defense is always watching you're the man to take care of, you can always use that against them. It's always like playing a game within a game. I tell people, yes, you have your 5-on-5, this is what we're doing, but then I have a game between myself and my defender. Because ultimately I'm supposed to do my part, which is put points on the board. Right. So how do I do that? And it's whether it's hitting shots, getting to the free throw line, using their aggressiveness against them. So it's like this, as I said, it's like this, it's fun, and that's what makes it fun, is because you get to. We're
going to talk a lot more about shooting. Let's go to the Olympic experience, because I love the Olympics, and you've got 3 gold medals. And nobody at the men's side, we did a little research, nobody at the men's side has ever won 3 gold medals. There's a bunch of guys with 2. Okay. And you said Teresa Edwards has 5 for the women, and who's got 4?
Lisa's got 4, and I think some of the other, not youngsters anymore, but Diana Sue, Ketch, Tamika Ketch, and some of that crew is about ready to have 4.
So where are the gold medals at?
In my drawer at home.
You just put them in the drawer.
Yeah, I bring mine out a lot, so I actually should have brought them today. But I think about it. But I try. I don't really have them up, because they're great and all. As I said, they're awesome. But it's more fun to share than anything. So I just
people love those things.
Yeah, so I have them in my drawer.
How great is it to win a gold medal?
It is amazing.
It's a team thing too, which is kind of cool.
It's a team thing. It's a lot of. It doesn't happen. Like you think back and you think about, like, man, it started in Logan. Right. All the years that you put into it, the times you sacrifice. Right. So there's a lot that goes into it, or injuries or whatnot, and then the pride you have of representing, your country, but then you also are representing your family, who basically lugged you around and made sure that you had the opportunities that you did. So it's like this huge, thankful, like, prideful thing where you're just like, man, this is like the coolest thing ever, because it's just like everything is encompassed, and you kind of represent everybody, and it's kind of cool, because when you come home, like, everybody almost feels like they want a gold medal, right? Because they're like, well, we've been on this ride with her since the jump. It's kind of like they feel like they honestly, and that's what's been so cool about it, is that most people like have had a hand in this, and then they ultimately, when you win these things, it's like, well, dang, we want to go medal. Like
when you drive on the 33, which is the highway off Logan, there's a sign, and it says "Home to Katie Smith," and it doesn't say WNBA player, doesn't say All-American at Ohio State. What's it say?
Olympic gold medalist.
Olympic gold medalist.
It's not a bad.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It's not a bad gig. I'm glad nobody spray painted it, so we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, as I said, like, I have a lot of. It all started in Logan, and a lot of people had a hand in what I've done. And it means a lot to be able to share that. And hopefully people have had a lot of fun along the way, because it honestly wouldn't have been as much fun without folks.
Of all the Olympic memories, what is like your biggest?
Well, obviously the first, which
was where?
In Sydney, Australia. So just the enormity, the gear, how everything goes down, the opening ceremonies, and
what's it like? Okay, so you're coming down, and I've watched it on TV, but I've never, and I've actually been to Olympic events, but I've never been to the opening ceremony. What's it like?
it's a long deal
Yeah.
because we're in the back waiting for them to then introduce your country. So the
Right.
beginning of the show, we either watch it on a video or you don't see it.
Right.
You know, because they do the whole spiel.
Right.
Of all the teams, and obviously we're towards the end. So then, by the time you even walk close to the stadium, then I mean, it's a long deal. So you miss some of the show, but the best part of it is the flame, the lighting of the flame, because everybody does it different.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. They set the thing. We get off and running with the